think Mayweather has no money?
Oh, I got a bag back there.
Can you bring it up here? Where's the money? Let's see how much he's carrying. He's got a backpack with the money. Is it in a wallet? Oh, it really is. Oh, he's not even lying, yo. Are you serious? Okay, so I'll take 100.
This is 40.
Or a pile. No? That's 40, what? 40 what?
140,000.
That was, I didn't even touch it.
We got more in the bag, but that was just what I seen.
Money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. You know, money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best, counting money.
Is Floyd Mayweather a billionaire?
When Floyd Mayweather posted a video of himself surrounded by towering stacks of $100 bills, glittering watches, and the roaring engines of luxury cars, it wasn't just another flex, it was a statement. The world had been whispering, then shouting, that boxing's biggest moneymaker had gone broke, but Mayweather wasn't going to let anyone write his financial obituary, especially not on the internet.
Floyd Mayweather's at it again. This guy's out shopping as always, and if you look closely, you'll notice he's wearing something crazy. That is the $135,000 factory iced out Rolex GMT Master 2.
The rumors didn't start quietly. They exploded like one of Mayweather's infamous counterpunches. It began with murmurs about his lavish spending habits catching up to him. Then came claims that he had lost a staggering $402 million in a shady investment deal. Suddenly, everyone from YouTube influencers to major sports personalities was talking, and not in a good way.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
And I'm pointing like this because all of them, we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on. All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
Stephen A. Smith, one of the most vocal figures in sports media, threw gasoline on the fire. He questioned whether Mayweather's money had really lasted, hinting that the fighter's public appearances seemed more about damage control than celebration. Smith didn't outright call him broke, but the tone was hard to ignore. Something was off.
I mean, this is me you talking to here. It ain't just basketball, baby. I love me some boxing. Which is why I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Well, my first take about it is that Floyd knows better than that. He knows that I say what I mean and I mean what I say. And if anybody's backtracking, some would say that he's backtracked. Even if I did backtrack, which I don't believe that I do, at least I got a legitimate reason to. I work for somebody. I have to answer to somebody. That's ESPN. You want to call that a shame, then call most of the American public being shameful because they're employed by somebody else. Floyd is worth close to $500 million, if not more. but he's backtracked from time to time. So I'd ask him to look in the mirror in that regard, and I'll leave it at that in terms of that particular point of view.
Ladies and gentlemen, chaos broke out. And I'm not talking about legit, bona fide boxing, pure boxing chaos. I'm talking about the kind of stuff.
Logan Paul, who fought Mayweather in a high-profile exhibition match, wasn't nearly as subtle. He claimed flat out that Mayweather still hadn't paid him in full for their bout. In interviews and on social media, Paul alleged that the boxing legend had gone silent when it came to the final payment, fueling speculation that Mayweather was stalling, not because he wanted to, but because he had to. For many fans, that was the moment the doubts turned into beliefs.
Eventually, like us, it's like, yo, we're simply not getting paid in full. Like, we've been dragged along for way too long now, and this guy finally filed a lawsuit against Floyd Mayweather. So that's the one that's actually active and pending. And then here we are.
There's another one pending too.
Another one?
Yeah.
For the cash deal?
Yeah.
The one, the Dubai cash deal.
Correct.
Dude, he is broke, huh? That's very clear to see. Is being shady. You know why he got sued? I watched the video on it. There's a full breakdown. He is the promotional arm of his fights. It's why, in part, he makes so much money, because whereas a normal promotional company will take 30%, he is that. And so oftentimes for his fights, before the tickets can go on sale to the public, or like right as they go on sale, he'll buy a whole wing, a whole section, and then he'll sell them at a higher price, marked up, so he can make,
like all the floor seat. He takes all of them.
All of them. 3, 4, 5X.
Yep.
And it's part of his business.
Dude,
they
like,
call him Money Mayweather. But where's your money?
He's walking around in women's Fendi clothing, taking, no disrespect. He's one of the greatest fighters of all time. But like, bro, I have a rule.
I just see you bump into one.
Bro, he's gonna do the same thing.
Sweating.
He's like, what
Sweating.
I start sweating.
Like, just, and he's like, you need to go.
No, but
here's a
he's
towel.
like the crack pipes.
But I have a rule. I have a rule, bro. Generally speaking, like, if I see a like in Dior, a repeated pattern Dior or Fendi shirt with the icy watch, I'm either getting beat on an NFT project or I'm not getting paid.
Then came Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Once seen as Mayweather's prodigy, Davis didn't mince words. He called out his former mentor over how he handled business behind the scene. Davis accused Mayweather of caring more about promoting himself than supporting the fighters under his wing. It was a personal betrayal aired out publicly, and for those watching closely, it felt like more than just a professional rift. It sounded like Davis was confirming what others had only hinted at, that Mayweather's empire might be crumbling from the inside.
It just, once you get around someone, you be looking up to these people so bad, and like once you get around, they don't be who they say they is or who they portray to be. You be like, damn, I was 21 at the time, and I haven't fought in like 7 or 8 months. He was like, you gotta fight this fighter, which is Joseph Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You're sitting on the shelf. So I had to fight him. I got evicted. I had to sell my jewelry. They were saying I was messing with his daughter off it. The fact that she kept Snapchat. So they sent it to Floyd, and Floyd brought it out. He would say that he gave me like money to get my mom out the hood, but me being from the hood, 10, 15,000, that's not, after a couple months, she gonna be back in the hood.
His devastating power and flair pack rhinos after splitting from Mayweather Promotions in 2022. He's a headlined lucrative PP bouts, like against Ryan Garcia, showing Dupin appeal Mayweather's early support training promotion. An exposure accelerated his rise, but Davis' talent and drive suggest he'd still thrive. His path might have been slower yet. His boxing prowess ensures enduring success.
So where you at? Yo, tell him get on live right now. And he owe people in Saudi Arabia money too. Broke ass. Out here scamming people.
Oh, you fancy.
Live right now.
That's keyword FANCY. Put out on our free Hits 97.3 app, or go to hits973.com. Whatever is easiest for you for your chest.
But Mayweather never wanted to take a hit without swinging back. Went on the offensive. He flooded Instagram with content, footage of designer shopping sprees, clips of his private jets, and posts flaunting high-end timepieces that cost more than most homes. He even showed off a multi-million-dollar investment portfolio, including properties in New York that he claimed were still generating massive revenue. Each post was a jab at the narrative that he had lost everything.
Just another ordinary day, chilling in the EWB Rolls Royce, For those that don't know what an EWB is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need the leg room. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8.5". Some days 5'9", but it is what it is. Chilling, sitting right here watching the Thriller in Manila, Ali versus Frazier documentary. Come check it out. Up top, every planet. In the bag, it's crazy. NBA YoungBoy, see all this? It's on its way to you. Let's go.
Yet the doubt wasn't so easy to silence. A resurfaced controversy from 2018 came back into the conversation. Mayweather had been fined by the SEC for promoting a cryptocurrency called Centra Tech without disclosing he was paid for the endorsement. That crypto venture later turned out to be fraudulent, and Mayweather was hit with a penalty. While that case had already been closed, people began pointing to it as a sign that the boxer's business decisions might not always be as calculated as his jabs.
At one point, you were getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it? The Centra card?
Centra card.
The Centra card. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin at a store.
Yeah.
He did that knowing that it didn't work.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything that's going on, really. So like what
we all know that.
Yeah.
The guy can't read,
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
He took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just knowing, not knowing, right? Like they didn't care. He does a million promotions like that. It was basically you speak to his manager.
Yeah.
He's like, this is Floyd's price. And you send the money over, the manager makes his little cut from it, and he just says, what do you want me to say and what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Right? And you just basically give him his script and he just does it.
The conversation around Mayweather's finances grew messier by the day. Some fans believed he was still worth hundreds of millions and just toying with the media. Others were convinced his fortune had been squandered on failed ventures, excessive luxury, and bad partnerships. For every flashy social media post Mayweather uploaded, there were hundreds of comments calling it a cover-up, a distraction, a smoke and mirrors act designed to protect a brand that couldn't afford to look weak.
You know what's crazy? People are always in my business worried about what I'm doing, what Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do got, what I don't got. Just know, I'm gonna stay in my lane, I ain't gonna f with nobody, and I don't want nobody f with me. If I go on vacation, my fault. When I go on vacation for 30 days, I take 30 watches with me. But you know what? What's crazy is this. If we add 10 more days, I take 10 more watches. But then I say, if I want to bring out the one and only, then I bring out the watch that costs 18 million. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do for you haters today? I'm gonna go $50,000 because I ain't got shit else to do. Money made all day.
And then there was the $402 million real estate deal that brought everything to a boil. Reports claimed Mayweather had dumped a massive chunk of money into New York property, acquiring dozens of apartment units. The deal raised eyebrows, not just for the size, but for the timing. Why now? And was this an investment or a desperate attempt to create the illusion of financial strength? Some speculated the deal itself might be exaggerated or even fabricated to counteract the rumors. Others believed it was a smart business play that would eventually silence the critics. But in the court of public opinion, facts didn't matter as much as perception. And right now, the perception wasn't in Mayweather's favor.
Floyd Mayweather, is he as rich as we think he is?
No.
So when we see the $1 million in the bag,
that money, light money, like he can get his hands on that.
Right. I need some of that light money then.
Yeah. He is who he is. You can't discredit who he is. Like, and again, I'll tell you, like, I don't mind, telling the truth in situations like this. I mean, it's my brother. I love him.
What made things worse for Mayweather was the pattern. Every time a big rumor dropped, he responded with another proof of wealth post. Instead of calming the storm, it made people question why he felt the need to defend himself at all. If he was really as rich as he said, why not just let the numbers speak? Why the desperate tone? Some fans pointed out that Mayweather hadn't been in a high-stakes, money-generating fight in years. His recent bouts were exhibitions, not real title defenses. While they still pulled in viewers, viewers, the numbers didn't hit the highs of his past battles against Pacquiao or McGregor. Without those major pay-per-view checks, the income streams had definitely changed. And when your lifestyle includes private jets, a fleet of exotic cars, and more diamond chains than a rap festival, changing income can mean trouble. Even the boxing world began to turn on him subtly. Promoters who once praised Mayweather's business acumen now quietly distanced themselves.
How about Mayweather?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Not the biggest
I think that Mayweather was unquestionably one of the best ever. But I don't know. I mean, it's difficult to say he's not a true fighter because he fought everybody he could of his era. But he was a different kind of skill set, you know. He was very much hit and don't get hit, which is the art of boxing. I think sometimes when these guys carry on and they do the exhibitions and all that kind of stuff, it just sort of diminishes the legacy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's what I feel like's happened with Mayweather.
Why do you think he does those things, though? Do you think
For money.
I
don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
You think he still needs the money
I don't
after
think
all
he
these
needs
years?
the money. But you know when you got that lifestyle, right? So when you're spending what he's spending,
It's a lot of expenses.
Despite the noise, Mayweather never publicly addressed the $402 million figure. He left it floating in the ether, never confirming or denying the deal. That vagueness only added fuel to the fire. Was the number real? Was it inflated? Did he really have that much liquid cash to invest? Or was the property deal structured with debt? The lack of transparency was deafening. What remained clear, though, was that Mayweather didn't see himself as the loser in any of this. Every post, every video, every flashy car or luxury suite was a middle finger to the narrative that he was finished. He knew how to play the internet better than most athletes. In fact, many argued that even the scandal itself might be working in his favor, keeping him relevant, keeping his name trending, making sure the world never forgets who he is, whether they love him or not.
The first time I invested, my first investment was real estate, commercial real estate. I looked at certain athletes' career and I said, I don't want to end up like that. So what I did was this. It started off with $5 million, and I was getting $50,000 a month. So I said, okay, if it's paying off like this, then, and I gave him 7 figures, I said, I'm not going to even give him 8 figures. I went and gave him 9 figures.
Whether the $402 million deal was a brilliant investment or an elaborate illusion, whether he's still the richest man in boxing or just the best at pretending, one thing is certain, Floyd Mayweather has the world watching. And for a man who built an empire on attention, that might be all the wealth he ever needs. So, what are your thoughts about this? Do let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.